Hello, 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 hello. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. If that's your thing. So, this is the chair that I started last week. Obviously, I worked on it a little bit. I did because you guys can't even see. The frame is, turn this down just a bit. Hey Josie! I painted the frame purple because I want this lighter color kind of on top, dry brushed, you know, and everything. But I wanted the purple for the base. Hey Donna! So this has 2 coats. I do too, it's so good. I love the figgy pudding. Hi Ricky, guys, thanks for hopping on. And this only has 1 coat. And you know, you guys, I'm not really hating that you can see the floral through it. I'm kind of at that point though where if something's gonna be done, if I change my mind, I would rather do it sooner than later. Thanks, Donna. But I'm not sure I hate it, you know what I mean? So this has 2 coats, and of course, I'm probably gonna do 3 coats. So it'll cover up even more. This is still wet though, so when it's wet, I feel like there's a little bit more coverage, a little bit more saturation. So what I thought we would do today is I thought that we would go ahead and put the 2nd coat on up here, because I haven't touched it really since last Thursday, other than to put this on this afternoon, the 2nd coat on this afternoon. The frame of this was white, and it does have 2 coats of figgy pudding on it. I'm in my socks because I was flinging paint and my shoes are white and I didn't want to get them. I didn't want figgy pudding on my boots. So, okay, do this part right here. The back also has 2 coats. And I blew a fuse on the other side of the room, so right before I went live, I was kind of frantically moving furniture. I made sure I had enough violet lemonade and candied papaya because I realized I was almost out. This is the inspiration picture that we're going off of. Just a nice beachy sunset. Don't y'all want to be there? I know I do. I know I do. So the middle, you know, last week I put some of the Dreamsicle on my palette. I didn't do that earlier today. I'm just doing violet lemonade and candied papaya. As you can see there. So figgy pudding all around the edges, and I don't know, you know, I'm leaving this seam right here because, you know, it's one of those things where the piece will just kind of tell me what to do. Do you know what I mean? Do you guys do that? I'm putting it on with my little D. I am blending it with my shortstop. And I'm using my Create for the figgy pudding. This is a synthetic. And we did the pinks first on this, all the way out to the edges before we added the purple. And I think that, I'm gonna spray, there's my water girl. know, live and learn. I think that on upholstery, it's a little different than furniture. I think I would probably do the dark first because my lighter color keeps going over the top of my figgy pudding. Hi, Lynn. Thanks for hopping on. We're craving summertime here in the Midwest. And I'm not mixing it, mixing these two colors beforehand, but it is basically a 50-50 mix. If you mixed them together, that would be just fine. I think you would get the same color, basically. But you can see how it covers here. The floral pattern between there and there. And what do you guys think? Because, you know, I could probably go over the top of all of what I've done in a light base coat, like maybe, you know, even our coconut primer or something. I really don't want to waste all the paint I've used and the time I've put in it. And I don't know, I don't mind it, I don't think. You guys tell me. I know I've come to realize over the years that I'm not quite as picky as a lot of people. A lot of people are way more picky than I am. You guys can be honest with me. It's not gonna hurt my feelings. I'm notorious for asking for advice and then doing what I want to do anyway. Anybody else? I love the candied papaya and violet lemonade together. I'm saying, Josie, what do you think about the pattern underneath? Do you think that it's awful? Would you like start from scratch, like prime it even maybe and start over? I mean, the thought of doing that kind of breaks my heart a little bit because I don't know, I don't think, I don't think I'm quite as picky as a lot of people are, but I don't think I mind it so much. Yeah, I'm okay with it. And this is just the second coat, so how's everybody's day going? I think so too, Josie. I definitely agree. I mean, when you're painting upholstery, you kind of got to plan to go darker than the darkest shade in your upholstery. And I knew that, and I made the choice to do these bright colors. And honestly, I still love it. As I'm squinting to read, Y'all, I went to the eye doctor this morning and my prescription increased. He's kind of letting me know that that's the way of things, that maybe I'll even out here in my mid-50s. Okay, so for these edges here, what I'm gonna do is grab my purple and my shortstop. Ooh. Okay, so you're talking about aura transfer. Yeah, I like those ideas. I think sometimes I just have to get to a point where, like, I'm at that being my next step before I decide. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those people that has a plan out the gate. I just kind of let the piece of furniture tell me what to do with it. So I'm just taking more figgy pudding. Along the edges here in sections. My shortstop, and with my shortstop I'm kind of I feel like it's really blending good. These short bristles are great. For this, I'm not sure if you guys can tell. Let me bring you a little closer here. And of course I have my little D here. It's wet with these colors. So all of the upholstery has 2 coats on it. And once we blend in this right here, I want to start layering on the frame. Oh, I know what I was talking about, my eye doctor appointment. Have you guys seen the 1990s eyeglasses? With the big gold frames and the metal, the double bar over the nose and everything? I tried a couple on. It's like, I'm not. not as horrible as I thought it would be. My mother and my grandmother always told me everything comes back in style. Oh, thanks, Lynn. Thanks so much. Let me move this back a little bit again. I'm going to go down because I'm going to get on the floor. So, you know, last week Meg suggested I put this on a table, and I did that. And it actually, it worked pretty good. This is a fairly wide chair, so it was almost as wide as my table. And it wasn't horrible. It just, for what I knew, the part of the chair that we would be working on tonight, I was like, yeah, that's not really gonna work. Okay. So yeah, I really I think I'm gonna start fiddling around with the armrests. Get in here a little closer. And I'm gonna use my same brushes, and I don't know, I'm just gonna kind of start getting some of this pink and orange layered up on here. I didn't bring an artist brush in here because kind of like the pink and the orange in the crevices. Short stuff here. And I love purple and orange together. I just really do. I'm just kind of trying to get this in the creases. In the creases, in the, oh my gosh, details. One more yummy layer. I want the edges of the fabric to stay purple though. So right now this doesn't look great, but it's gonna. Promise. I'm gonna go back over this with the biggie pudding. the furniture just kind of tell me what to do with it. And after, you know, starting on it, it just made sense. So I'm using a stippling motion, so that I can get in these detail places. You guys believe we're almost through first quarter? Easter's coming up, and Josie has a pretty big kit up on the side, and there's an Easter kit up there too. The pretty big kit comes with angel wings, a backdrop, a saying, which, you know what, I should have printed it out so that I can tell everybody what it says. Great reminder. All right, Michelle, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm gonna grab my heat gun and blow dry this a little bit so that I can go over with the figgy pudding. After these three colors, we'll start letting it tell us whether or not we should do this. I keep thinking about maybe some lemon treacle. Oh yeah. Well, you know, sometimes I did a kit with my Magical Chaulk Paint at Christmas, just in my store. I put it out in a local Facebook group, and they were gone within 24 hours. And some people told me that I didn't price it high enough, that I sold out. So I feel like it was just a little ornament kit, you know, with the candy apple, marshmallow and Christmas cookie colors, and they were gone. And I'm like, well, I guess I would rather sell a whole bunch at a good price than overprice them and not sell any. Not overpriced, but you know. You're known for your value, Josie. Like, bang for your buck. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I was saying last week, gosh, when people come in and they're curious, they want to know. Of course I get out my paint and let them, you know, let them see the color, let them see what it feels like. The brushes, you know. If somebody buys a couple brushes, I might throw in a Pixie protector. Or suds, you know. I want to be generous too. Okay, I think we got a pretty good dry on some of this. See, at this part, I actually probably should have gone up on the table. Ooh. Okay. There, I think you guys can probably see a little bit better now, maybe. Because the detail on this, and I'm just kind of putting it on and dabbing it off, of course. Almost always layer, and then kind of do a cross hatching. Everybody has, you know, a different style, a different way to get the end result that they want. There's a lot of people that are, I feel like, maybe a little more graceful than me, but just layering, and I'm gonna continue probably to go back and forth with these colors, and I don't honestly think that this is enough color for me, so I will probably end up, you know, I have Dreamsicle set aside for this. Yes, layering is just the best. And oh my gosh, this figgy pudding and the candy papaya, so good. And sometimes, you know, when I'm doing this, I'll be like, yes, you know, I'll get to that point where I'm like, that's it, that's the stuff. And then I can apply that to the rest of the piece. Yeah, Stippling, cross-hatching, really kind of building it up. It's hard to be patient. Sometimes I'll let it really dry. In between, but yeah, that's kind of, going for there. I got in one of the creases in the detail and picked up some of those other colors and put them back over the top of this, and you know, that's good. That's good. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if we get some honeycomb or some lemon crinkle in here with this to play or not. Detail is at the bottom. That's the good stuff. I'm thinking, you know, of course we're going to do pixie dust when it's all said and done. Probably blush. You know, sometimes just kind of doing something that seems crazy, I kind of think maybe some blue diamond might be really good on this, you know? Kind of unexpected. That's it right there. That's what I want. And that was more, that was less stippling and more, it's not really dry brushing though, because I've got quite a bit of paint on here. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely layer 2 on here. Actually, there was probably 2, because this is white wood, 2 layers of figgy pudding, and then the mixture of violet lemonade and candied papaya, and now figgy pudding back over the top of that. I really need to every time I get a favorite tripod, you know, something kind of happens. Too much of the violet lemonade, and I want to get some candied papaya in there. I don't know if it's, maybe this is vintage. It's probably from the colors of the fabric before, Sherry. It's probably from the 80s. Is 80s vintage? Is 80s vintage now? I always feel really old. Especially like when you're talking about your favorite movies from, you know, days gone by, and then you watch them and you're like, oh, that's not good. More candied papaya, more violet lemonade. Maybe by the time we get on back around, that will be dry and we can go ahead and do the figgy pudding over top. But yeah, that color is pretty much 50-50. Candied papaya, violet lemonade. The upholstery comes right up to the edge here, so. Excuse me. Oh, all the 80s stuff is in style. I see it a lot in clothes, that's for sure. Try to get this color down in those creases so that when we go over with the figgy pudding, it will stay down in there. Yeah, it's crazy how everything comes back, and then they definitely always do it better. Every time something comes back in style, they do it better though, I think. song, and I think you should have left that alone. Aaron, I don't know if you're still on here, but no. I'm painting sunset, not wildcats. I was on 2 pages. If you're still on here, I wasn't ignoring you. And I know you're a big March Madness. Anybody else like huge? No, Sherry, not always. I definitely love painting furniture. I would say it's my first love, and I don't get to do it as often as I would like anymore. I definitely love upcycling smalls, you know, thrifted finds. That and furniture are probably my 2 favorite things, for sure. I just did this moon box with a bunch of paint Pixie colors last week, and it was, you know, just a small little thing, and it turned out really cool. But this color combination, I like orange and purple together. I would say that this whole combination though is pretty new to me, as far as with the pink in it, and I'm liking it. Sorry, Josie, I'm trying to, yeah. Yes. Yes, Josie, that's hilarious. The other day, Tommy and I were, I don't know, sat around watching TV, or maybe we were getting ready to leave, and he was turning the TV off or something, and I was like, did that just say Magna PI? And you know, I mean, like I can remember when Friends came out, and I was, you know, I was a young mom, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know, these kids, and it's old now too, but I can remember when it was new. Like it seemed like it was too young, or like a younger crowd than me is what was into that. As will be witnessed if we are on camera when I try and get up off this floor. Oh, in their reading room, you know, this would be a good, comfortable reading chair, I think. You know, when you have these kind of things like this to redo, you know, you could tell, you could probably reupholster. I know that, okay, we're back where we started. I follow a gal that reupholsters, and her stuff is so incredible. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't know. Yes, yes, it does. It does. I'm pretty sure last week I brought all of my brushes back here, and this week I did not, of course. the front bit on there. Yeah, the way this is looking like it's been painted a couple of times for sure. And I can see areas where I will go back over with that that warm paint mixture. Ooh! Well, we definitely didn't get dry here. Let's see, what time is it? I got 15 minutes, looks like. Put it here with the dryer. As I'm doing this with my left hand, I can't, I'm saying lefty loosey, righty tighty to myself, but I've only ever done one other chair, and it was velour, so quite a bit different fabric. This is, oh gosh, this is still wet. It's like a weave, you know, like a cloth. I want to say cotton, but it's not. It kind of feels like a drop cloth. It kind of feels like this drop cloth right here. That's kind of what that fabric feels like if you're a fabric person. And this is the first one I've done like this. But, I mean, it feels really good. It feels really good so far. The velour did great. It was more squishy, you know. I mean, if you are doing something like this at home, you know, if I wasn't doing this on a live, I would go do something else while this part was drying, and then come back over top with the figure fitting. And I want to do this one little section here, and then I'll take you guys out of the. Yeah, exactly, Sherry. Yeah, Priscilla, I'm not sure if I answered your question or not. I hope I did somewhat. All fabrics, of course, are different. This doesn't even have a cushion where you could do a test, you know, area. But I'll take you guys out of the tripod and get you some closer pictures of the yummy goodness. Can you guys can't even see what I'm doing, huh? It's funny because I saw that leg in the frame, but that's not the leg I'm working on. I definitely can be a dingbat. I'm not the only one that accidentally calls the group chat though, Josie. It's not just me anymore that does that. Oh my gosh. this last week when those big fat flakes were coming down here. And I was like, what? It just needs to, I just want it to be spring year round though. The older I get, like my comfort zone started out not very wide, but maybe here, but now it's more like this. This is the zone in which I'm comfortable. Temperature wise, if I'm tired, if I'm hungry, if I'm slightly inconvenienced. Yeah, the more I see these colors like this all together here, the more I think maybe blue diamond for my pixie dust. Because originally I was thinking the blush, you know, because of the pink. I might have to try a test and see, you know, with these colors and some blue diamond though, because my instinct is kind of telling me that might be the way to go. Yeah, I do too. This right here, this is my favorite. So the dreamsicle I had planned to put in the middle, but I'm not sure that's gonna happen now. There might be a place for dreamsicle where the back and the seat and the back meet. There's a few parts I want you guys to see close up, but I don't think you're. If you are not a furniture painter and you're wanting to start, I will give you a little bit of advice. Don't panic. That's my advice. Don't panic. Because there's always a stage where you're like, oh no, you know, what did I do? So just keep going. Just keep going. And layering and adding. Hope you're in for the night. Okay. Let me turn this, guys. So that right there is what I like, and that. I think that, see, this is where we kind of started out. Gotta get some more off in there. Oh, you guys are earlier than I am. I forget about that. But that right there for me is the yummy stuff right there. I know, I do too. I do too. I really like all of this. And so yeah, you know, we get some, once we get the pixie dust on there, maybe even, oh, you're later than me? Oh, you're not talking to me. So yeah, I like this right here too, where that got in the crease. So, okay. Yeah, I think that pushing through, even though it has that floral pattern, is definitely what I want to do, you know? I definitely don't want to waste all of this beautiful color. And I think it'll be fine. I don't think I'm gonna mind it at all. And it will be a nice addition for my store for people to just set and take their selfies in and stuff like that if it doesn't work. So I will probably get on and look and see when I can come back and do this. I probably won't wait a whole week. We'll see. But I will definitely be back on Paint Pixie's page to do more on this, to finish it up, add some pixie dust and all the things. So, okay guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. I get off here before I get off this floor though. All right guys, thanks, bye.